My friend took me right there on the kitchen table before I could say no. A real infidelity story of forbidden love. Please subscribe me before going to story. The scent of fresh herbs and garlic filled the air as Emma stirred the bubbling pot on the stove. Dinner was almost ready, and she was excited to spend the evening with her husband, Mark. Their relationship had been a whirlwind of passion and deep friendship, but lately, the spark seemed to have dimmed amidst work obligations and daily routines. That evening, however, held a different surprise. Emma could hear laughter coming from the living room. It was Sarah, her best friend and confidant, who had come over to help Emma prepare for a dinner party. Emma smiled to herself, grateful for Sarah's presence. She always swung by when Emma needed an extra pair of hands or a listening ear. "Need any help?" Sarah's voice rang out, echoing through the cozy kitchen. "Just pouring the wine," Emma called back, her heart lightening. As they poured and prepped, the laughter grew louder, filled with the easy camaraderie that bonded the two women. They had known each other for years, sharing secrets, heartbreaks, and hopes for the future. Emma admired Sarah's free-spirited nature, while Sarah often envied Emma's stability and warmth at home. As they moved between the kitchen and the dining room, the night unfolded. Mark arrived with smiles, and the three of them enjoyed a lively dinner filled with stories and memories. But as the evening wore on, Emma noticed the way Sarah's laughter seemed to linger longer on Mark's lips, how their eyes would meet just a moment too long, and how a charged energy started to crackle between them like static electricity. When Mark excused himself to answer a phone call, Emma turned to Sarah. "Everything okay?" she asked, sensing a shift in the atmosphere. "Yeah, just it's nothing," Sarah replied, but her cheeks flushed an unexpected shade of pink. The tension in the room thickened as the laughter began to fade. Emma suggested they clean up, but Sarah hesitated, her gaze drifting toward the kitchen table where they had shared so many meals, laughter, and confessions. "Do you remember the night we made that ridiculous pact?" Sarah suddenly said, her voice low. "About living without regrets?" Emma chuckled, remembering the drunken whim that had sparked their serious, yet silly, promise. "Yeah, we were so naive back then." "Naive, maybe. But what if we just let loose tonight?" Sarah challenged, her eyes glinting mischievously. Before Emma could respond, Sarah stepped closer, her presence intoxicating. "Just one moment, Emma. Let's forget about everything for a second. It all happened so quickly." 1 second, they were reminiscing, and the next, Sarah's lips were on Emma's, igniting a spark that had always simmered beneath the surface of their friendship. Emma was taken aback, her heart racing, torn between the thrill of the kiss and the weight of betrayal. But amidst the chaos of emotions, part of her craved this wildness, the escape from the mundane. Then, the door swung open, and Mark walked back in, halting at the threshold, his expression shifting from surprise to confusion and then to something darker. "Emma," he breathed, as if caught in a dream. In that moment, the world stood still, and Emma felt the weight of her choices crashing down around her. The thrill of forbidden love had become a dizzying spiral, and she was lost in the consequences. With the walls closing in, she realized this was no longer just a moment of passion, it was a reckoning. "Mark, Emma began, but words failed her. In that single heartbeat, everything shifted. She had crossed a line, and now there was no going back. But the fire that had ignited between her and Sarah beckoned her to let go, to live without regret, and to embrace whatever this new reality might bring. As the tension thickened like the air before a storm, Sarah took a step back. I'm so sorry," she stammered, retreating as if realizing the magnitude of what they had done. But for Emma, the choice was clear, the longing undeniable. The kitchen table stood witness to a moment that would redefine their lives. "We need to talk," Emma finally said, her voice steady, her heart pounding. And surrounded by the scent of simmering herbs and the weight of their shared history, she knew nothing would ever be the same again. This story delves into complex emotions and choices that accompany relationships and infidelity, highlighting the intensity and consequences of unexpected encounters.